We have some new information here for Black Ops Cold War Zombies and Alcatraz actually coming to Warzone very soon, and what this means for a potential Black Ops Cold War Zombies reveal within Warzone coming up in the next couple of weeks. I also want to respond to a bunch of your guys' comments talking about remastered maps for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and we're going to go through a bunch of that stuff later on in this video. Thank you guys so much. Last video we got to 682 likes, so destroying that like button yet again. If we can go for 600 likes on this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more Black Ops Cold War content. We're really close to 53k, now only 300 subscribers, way less than 300 subs actually, so thank you for that. Shout out to the members as always. Let's get started here. The Game Revolution talked about this. Now, obviously, we went through Tom Henderson's information, and he was saying Alcatraz would be returning. A bunch of you guys in my comment section were already saying this. What if Alcatraz is just returning in the Battle Royale mode, in this case, Warzone? TGR said this: my best guess for the Alcatraz is returning to the Black Ops Cold War rumor from Tom Henderson is that it could be a new Gulag in the new Warzone map. That makes more sense than it being a zombies map again, or us seeing it as a smaller map in Warzone like Blackout, in my opinion. And someone else responds here: for Warzone, the Alcatraz Blackout map location names are in Warzone's files, so I don't know where he's getting this information from, responding to Tom Henderson. But TGR backs this guy up and he says, okay, just heard a new rumor that Alcatraz is apparently in the Warzone file. Now he's saying he can confirm that there's an image in the files with all of the Alcatraz map locations. Whether or not it's left over is another story. And he also goes on to say it was recently added, so most likely not left over. Looks like Alcatraz is coming to Warzone in time for Zombies Royale. Now, this is very interesting here. For one, most likely we will not see Mob of the Dead faithfully remastered in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. That would have been cool to see, but chances are it's just not going to happen. The second thing here, TGR said that it could be a Gulag portion of the new Warzone map. So the new Warzone map was leaked. It's a whole new map for the Black Ops Cold War theme, and there's all different new locations, but Alcatraz was never a location leaked a part of the new Black Ops Cold War Warzone map. So that's probably why he was saying, okay, it would be cool if it was a Gulag location, but other than that, I can't see it actually being added to the main Warzone map. But if there are images in the files with all different parts of the Alcatraz map, and he's saying it was recently added, that kind of means that Alcatraz, like it was in Blackout, is fully returning. So not just a Gulag portion, which would be a small portion of the Alcatraz map, it's the whole island. So how's that going to make sense? It would have to be a second playlist where you have the normal Warzone map, and in the second playlist, just like in Blackout, you have the Alcatraz map. Now, TGR is also saying here for Zombie Royale. Now, Zombie Royale was a playlist, a new game mode leaked coming to Warzone very soon. Now, the release of Zombie Royale in Warzone is going to be very indicative of how we're going to get this Alcatraz map and what it's going to mean for us. If the Zombie Royale game mode releases alongside the release of Black Ops Cold War in November, then it'll just be a cool game mode, zombies in Warzone. You know, how cool. You have the Alcatraz map, most likely the zombies will be on the Alcatraz map, and then the other playlist with the new Warzone map will just be the normal Warzone playlist. But if this Alcatraz map releases early, if this Alcatraz map releases before the release of Black Ops Cold War, if this Zombie Royale game mode that has been leaked in Warzone also releases alongside this Alcatraz map, it could be a setup, and most likely will be a setup to a Black Ops Cold War Zombies reveal event in Warzone in the next couple of weeks, which makes perfect sense. I mean, when the Zombie Royale game mode was leaked, I talked about this in my video a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, this is a perfect area, a perfect way for them to reveal and tease and have a ton of Easter eggs in Warzone to get ready for the reveal of the Black Ops Cold War Zombies game mode, just like they did with the main Black Ops Cold War campaign. They had all of the Easter eggs, pawn takes pawn, we were going into Warzone, opening up bunkers and shacks. They could do the same thing in Warzone with the Zombie Royale game mode. Now, especially if they add Alcatraz back and they have a whole bunch of Easter eggs, a whole quest in the Alcatraz map in Warzone alongside the Zombie Royale game mode, and that will lead to a reveal event coming very soon, most likely after the beta in mid to late October. that would make perfect sense, the perfect place to reveal zombies, and I can honestly see that as a huge possibility. So that's really what we should be looking forward to here in the next couple of weeks, at least in terms of zombies content and zombies reveal information. But again, like I said, it all depends on when this stuff releases. If it releases after Black Ops Cold War comes out, then we would have already had a zombies reveal event at that point, and it doesn't even matter. And think about it, we did the campaign reveal, we had the multiplayer reveal last week, next up is zombies. So we're going to be keeping our eye out for that. We're going to be looking at everything that leads to a zombies reveal event, and I'll definitely be sure to keep you guys updated on that information. Now I'm going to respond to a bunch of your guys' comments. These are some comments from my video 2 days ago, some comments from my last video. There's a lot of different stuff here. I want to go through, respond to your guys' comments, ideas. If you guys have any stuff you want to comment, any wish lists you have for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, anything you want to see, leave those comments down below. From time to time, I'll throw them up on screen, add them in videos, and we'll talk about what you guys are talking about here. So Jacob says, World War II weapons, does that mean the MP40 and PPSH will be DLC weapons? So this is responding to a Tom Henderson leak that we talked about in a video a couple of days ago, where he's saying that for the Black Ops Cold War Zombies game mode, we will see a bunch of World War II weapons, especially in that place where we saw the gameplay trailer. Whether or not that was the Transit remake we were looking at, that area, World War II weapons will be present. Now, it's going to be interesting to see when exactly does this take place and how many weapons are we going to see added into the mix, because for the most part, this is a Cold War themed game. The map will probably take place after the events of Black Ops 1, after the events in Cold War, later on in the Cold War, most likely the 80s. Obviously, the campaign takes place in the 80s, but the zombies doesn't necessarily need to take place in the 80s. It most likely will. I would say late 80s or something like that. So we will see the remnants of World War II weapons, obviously, depending on what facility we go to. But we also see a bunch of the Cold War era weapons, a lot of the Black Ops 1 era weapons. Now, whether or not these return as DLC weapons, I think for zombies, it doesn't matter. For the most part, the zombies weapons we see are kind of just like based on the map. And if they do have the DLC weapons added into zombies, which they do from time to time, Black Ops 3 had that, Black Ops 4 had that as well, it would be cool to see. But I would rather have the weapons make sense with the zombies map I'm playing. I would rather it be more about zombies instead of, oh look, a new multiplayer weapon is here, let's throw it into zombies. I'd rather it be specific to the zombie map itself, because it just seems a lot more cooler, and it gives the map a bit more of an identity. Like, you're gonna play this one specific map, and you're gonna know that you're getting this one specific weapon that you can only get in this map. No other map can you get this weapon. It's from this certain year. It just makes it a bit more cool that way. I don't know about you guys, that's just how I feel about that. Some more stuff here about remastered maps. Kevin says, if they remaster maps we've already seen, I'm all in for it, but as DLC. And please do original new maps too. Please no remakes though, remasters only. So I think a general theme here in a bunch of my comments were that, okay, I would love to see remastered maps, but make it so you prioritize original new maps first, original new content, and then if you want to add them on later for DLC, then fine, add some remasters on. And he's actually saying no remakes too. So I guess sometimes when they remake the maps, it ruins the original vibe, and it ruins the original reason why people love to play the map in the first place. I guess the best example of that is Blood of the Dead. Blood of the Dead isn't the worst map ever, but it just isn't the same as Mob of the Dead. So I feel like a lot of people feel this here. If they want to add some remasters, why not? Remaster Buried, remaster Die Rise, or whatever else, but don't go too crazy with it. Prioritize OG maps, or I guess original new maps, I should say, and then don't just remake anything and just completely change up the map. Transit, however, a lot of people want to see a Transit remake specifically. This guy says here, Alejandro, I don't want remakes or reimagines. I want new maps with the only exception of a Transit remake. So I think for the most part, people want new maps, but a Transit remake would be really sick. And I think Transit deserves to be remade. Definitely don't want a Transit remaster. I think that's the one exception. Transit should definitely be remade. No fog, no lava, new locations. They could really do a lot of stuff with that. So I still want to make a video specifically just only talking about a Transit remake and all of the ideas you could have with that. So I want to get that video set up very soon because that'd be a really fun video. But I feel like that's the general consensus with most people. Leave your comments down below. Do you agree with that? Do you want to see mostly new maps? Transit remake aside, everything else should be pretty much new content? Or do you want to see a ton of remaster maps and all different stuff and all the maps return? Like, I don't care. I want zombies content. So wherever they do, I'll be happy with for the most part, but I definitely understand what people are saying here. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment below zombies if you watched the whole video. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.